All right, guys, we got Mike here for you. Go ahead and start with questions. Brooks, you can open us up.
Hey, Mike. I was just wondering, what do you think, led to the slow start today?
I just think we were tentative on the offensive end. Like they were pressuring us, and we was letting the ball stick. Like with Virginia, you can't let the ball stick. You gotta swing it, drive, swing, because they play pack line defense and they already be in gaps. So I think once we started doing better at that in the second half, we started scoring better. And then defensively, we weren't that good in the first half either.
And then, not sure if Coach had any time to talk to you all yet. But what was his message, after this game, or even sometimes during the game?
What was his message?
Yeah.
That like he said, like we did a good job of getting in the lane, getting lane touches, kicking out, sharing the ball in the second half. And if we would have did that in the first half and not been tentative, it would have been a closer game. It went down to the wire. We had to be better defensively and stuff. Basically, what I said with the last question.
Yeah. And then, this was going to be a game where you guys just, wanted to get off, or like, just like I wanted to get off, to a good start to get some like that momentum. Do you think that you did enough in the second half, to carry that into you to Tuesday's game in the tournament?
Yeah, I think if we come out with that same mindset offensively, just getting into the lane, sharing the ball, being aggressive, not being tentative, keeping the defense on their heels, I think we'll be good. Obviously, we got to lock in defensively, be better defensively, but I think if we carry that same mindset on the offensive end going into Tuesday, we'll have a good chance and going into the tournament.
Rick Bozich, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, what was the challenge of not flying in until this morning and then, eating, I guess, when you got there and getting to the arena? What was that like?
It was different. Usually, we fly out the night before or like at 6 p.m. before, the day before, and like we eat like early in the morning. So it was different. But coach kind of challenged us with like it's a different circumstance. Let's see who can come out there and just adapt to it and just fight. He just wanted to see like who could adapt to the situation that we were in, and yeah, it's definitely different just flying in. Like you definitely like your legs feel different going into the game, just like hopping off of a plane and going straight to eat and right to the gym. So
Other questions for Mike? Remember, we will not have another media availability before the tournament. Brooks, go ahead.
Yeah, just how good does it feel for you, to score, and to have a big game here at the end of the season, um, whether or not the season keeps going after Tuesday, how good does it feel for you, heading into next year, just, being able to play some of your best basketball here at the end of the season?
it feels good. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of, and it feels good to accomplish that. But I just want to see how far we can get with the tournament run, and just try to win as many games in the tournament and see what happens.
Tyler Grieber, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, what would you say this team's motivation is going into the ACC tournament, and what positives do you try to take, even though the past couple have been pretty rough?
To win it, I mean, we wouldn't be going up there to just say, "Hey, we just here." We trying to win it. Yeah, like if our mindset isn't that, then I don't know what to say.
Turnovers, 16-6 in that total there. 75-60 was the final. Virginia got.
Any other questions for Mike? Anybody else? All right, thank you all. We'll have Coach here in just a minute. All right, everybody. Coach Payne's here. Coach, let you start us out, and then we'll take questions.
First of all, there's a reason why Virginia's in the top 15 in the country and probably should be in the top 10, top 5. Well-oiled machine, veteran players, connected to each other, evident by 25 assists, evident by 58%. They pretty much got anything they wanted. We seemed like we was a step behind everything defensively. And the pace of the game, the pace in which they run their offense, was hard for us to deal with. On the flip side, I thought the second half, we moved the ball, we drove the ball, we didn't hold it as much, and we were able to somewhat have some success in the second half, where we outscored them 40-39. But the tale of two halves, they could not have any rhythm, any flow to the game in the first half, and they ended up winning the first half by 16. Questions?
Raise your hand or unmute. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, KP, you're down to a situation now where any game could be your last game. And I'm sure you tried all different things to challenge or motivate this team. What's your message now as you get ready to head to Greensboro?
Well, at this point, it's a new season, 0-0. We have a lot of experience in what not to do. The things that we've done well, we better really be in tune to it. And the things that we haven't done well, we better be ready to correct it. If not, it'll be a one-game season for us the next season, which is tournament play. I think that we are capable, but it's more for me as I think about why. Why is there a vast difference between one half and the next? Why is there a lack of energy and effort to defend? It comes back to me as being mental, not physical. And, I go back to this. I believe the best teams, the best players, this is why teams go and try to get older players out of the portal and elsewhere so that you have guys that can fight and understand fighting and playing together and mental toughness. So hopefully that answers your question.
Russ Brown, go ahead.
Yeah, Kenny, it's Russ. Mike James had perhaps his best game. It was certainly one of his best games of the season. Could you comment on how he played and what you thought of it?
Thought he was aggressive. Thought he played strong. I thought he fought. Would have liked for him to be a little better defensively in certain spots. But I can't. Listen, if you're fighting, win, lose, or draw, I'm with you. But you have to come to the fight and participate in the fight to have success. And he did that. I thought he was one of the bright spots in the game. And he did it by basically, he made a couple good passes, but the ball moved, it hit his hands, made good, strong moves to the basket. If they collapsed, he made a pass. If not, went strong toward the basket and finished.
Fred Cowgill, go ahead.
Hi, Kenny. Fred Cowgill, WOKY.
Go
Two
ahead.
questions. Hey, 2 parts. So 31 games in the books. What are some of your takeaways from the equity of the experience? And what's your message to the guys now?
My takeaways, after going to this point, finishing the regular season is it's really hard if you don't have the right mentality. There's a difference in playing basketball and playing winning basketball. And so, there's a difference in young men that understand what the fight and what the grind of this sport is and why great teams win. And so I have to go out and see which one of these kids believe in that. And if not, I have to go and definitely bring players in that believe in the fight, the grind, the character it takes to be great. That winning matters. Doing the little things matter. And that's on and off the court. My message to them to this point on, this point on, is basically we're 0-0. And so the third part of the season is tournament play. I believe that we can win some games. I believe that if we play together, we share the ball, we defend, we rebound. I believe we have, some things that we can do to scare some people. But me believing it and guys going out and fighting to do it is at times, sometimes two different things.
Brooks Holton, go ahead.
Yeah, I also have two questions. The first one, they seem to be getting like a lot of shots off the pick and roll, just having guys open. What about that has been the most challenging in getting your guys to, work together to defend? And then the second question is, you said after a loss to Florida State last month that the team was 70% better than when the season started. I'm just wondering now with the season coming to a close, how far you've seen them grow from day one to now.
They made a major jump, Brooke, and it's not evident by the record, which for me goes to show how good are teams that we're playing. But it's evident by when I look at when we first started, the first day of practice till today. There are times where we look efficient. There are times where we look like we belong. And I'm pleased with that. I just want them to understand that there's another ingredient, and the most important ingredient is winning. And it's a skill set. Nobody wants to be associated with losers. No one is ever going to give you credit for giving a good effort and coming up short. I don't believe in that, and I want these guys to have some success so they understand what winning basketball is. And it's a sacrifice. It's a major sacrifice. It just doesn't happen.
Any more questions for Coach? All right. Thank you all.